Hey peeps, Pinkolol16 here on another blooper of Starman3's to commentate over. We're up to Super Mario 64 Blooper 40 Part 8. You can tell these were slowing down, but he started to speed up these eventually. So, we're eventually going to get to the end of this. But we're going to have to go through many of his inter-between videos first. Part 8, the ultimate battle is nearby. It's not this video, but the next video where Captain's script was also rejected. This video was also apparently split in half, which isn't represented by a part 1 or a part 2. No, it's literally 8.5. So the ultimate battle is nearby, aka padding out more crud. And remember them from the last part? Yeah, they were probably, this was probably done around the same time as part 7. Before all of the extra videos that were probably made in a day. They're supposed to defeat the Blooper Stoppers, that's why they're here? God, you should have told them this before they came. Yeah, this is gonna happen in one fight scene, and then they're just gonna vanish off the face of the earth. Watch. So apparently he's their leader. And sequence script lines, okay, they're gonna go from left to right and talk in their lines. A simple okay would have sufficed, but no, we've got to extend these script lines to all 4 of them. I'll guess who this is based off of. And you'll see it later on. In fact, even in this part, you'll see it. How about yourself? How about your entire team, actually? Yeah, exactly. So let's skip this whole scene. Actually, there's only like one portion where they appear again, but it's really, really pointless and could have been excluded from the whole thing. In fact, this could have been excluded from the whole thing, and another character could have taken their place and nothing would have changed. Mask fades. You can tell who was the base here. Yeah. He was starting to be used for a lot more fight scenes. People criticized his ones for ripping off of other ones and techniques from their ones. I can't really see it, but I'm pretty sure that's probably a thing. And also that happens because they were all filmed on a green screen. So you're gonna see cyan change from blue to cyan a lot. And 4 Blooper Stoppers are just there waiting patiently outside the door for them to destroy. You could have done that while they were standing talking to each other. Also, yes, they're gonna have these shadows in the air because green screening. And even though he's orange, he apparently shoots blue light bolts of whatever. Where's yellow and cyan in all of this? There There they are. If anything, the fight scenes are probably more bearable than the actual video itself. Not the script bits, the actual fighting. And now he is actually shooting blue bolts. Masking! Yay! Well, you're not. The others will be. Yay! We'll do that and then die in the cupboard. Aw. Not that there would be a new mission, no, because Starman can't remember his characters for crud! Is he sighing at the pizza or is he sighing at the video games? Because if he's sighing at the latter, then that would just contradict his earlier script line that he literally typed 2 seconds before. And they're gone. Bye bye. We'll see them once and then never again, guys. Zoom into the castle for very pointless reasons. Oh, I thought you were promoted to extra guard. Oh wait, never mind. That didn't happen now. And his job is, and his supposed job that he got is terrible since he let Starman3 in the door before. Doppelganger. See, he's completely forgotten that they're supposed to be somewhat evil clones now, but they're now just calling them doppelgangers again. And watch Starman3 call them doppelgangers a lot, when it actually should be doppelgangers. Oh, I was wrong. She did appear again, but she's literally going to be encouragement here because nothing happens. I can't remember a point where she literally does anything this whole point, other than talk to people for like 2-second scenes. Or to the camera. And she's gone. Oh no, they're in the door again where nobody stopped them! Wasn't Starman3 in the place, or Crimson, or Enzo, or anybody? Nope, apparently they literally just can walk through the door now. Hi guys, we're just gonna destroy you now! Yeah, shouldn't you start defeating them now? Then how come nobody else has noticed? Yeah, didn't he tell you that they were evil? Caught, quote unquote, where he doesn't really exist anymore. Because in this year this was made, he left. So he's still being used as a thing because continuity is kinda a thing and he wanted to try and keep that, but he's not actually here anymore. Mario still tried to keep him as a thing in his own series, but only very minorly. They really don't know how to keep continuity even when people leave. I don't know, maybe he's downstairs fighting other blooper stoppers. Wait, what? They can walk in the door, lock all the doors, and nobody notices except one person. In an entire castle. Yeah, okay. He mostly uses the fire one after this. And he's used the lightning one maybe twice in his whole video making thing. This and one other time in the future. And he was just on the ceiling the whole time. Noise effects. Where are you going to go? The doors are locked. Yeah, remember what I said that happened before the series? Yeah. No, I was right. It did happen before the series. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't link up to other series now. What? The doors were locked! Did he zap it open? That's the only explanation I can give. And even though she was shocked 2 seconds ago, he's literally now back to normal. They're after me as they're not actually coming towards you. Didn't you say they were after him? Where are they then? They're after them normally. So he wasn't captured, that was a lie. Yeah, Mario tries to make green screen fights, but it's gonna be pretty bad because Mario's not the best at this kind of thing. Remember the quote-unquote final fight from Orium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where it was literally just punch, ground pound, ground pound, punch, yeah. That's the kind of quality he has. He'll literally just repeat one or two animations, maybe 5 times. And that's a fight. So I don't expect him to do much more here at all. The slowest fading ever. Let's stare at each other. It's Enzo's staring contest multiplied. And meanwhile, whilst all of this is happening, they're literally just staring at each other. This literally happens in sequence. Mario's script lines happen in sequence like musical instruments. They happen one after the other. One character will speak right after this other person. So when it's the 4th dimension, every character speaks in a specific order. In Starman's case, that's kind of a plus for Starman because he doesn't do that. His characters do speak in sequence, but not all the time. Into the 4th dimension, all the hero characters spoke in sequence. No character would speak without the other person speaking first. So that would kind of become really annoying because they would all just speak in this one sequence before anything would happen. So turn that into a fight and then you see the problems. LG2's first, now then Mario, and then Starman will become next. You see how this becomes a problem. How we got like 5 different green screeners to do this whole series. We got Mario Game 2222, we got Crimson Man 5, and now we got Mario who... His first one was literally punch, pound, punch, pound. Teleport, without any fades. This fight is so slow. Momo really isn't a designated green screen fighter. If anything, others should be doing it for him too. It's Pong, guys! They're not even moving their hands! Everyone's got Pong physics in this world. Everyone. You can see the health meter. You can see how much this was green screened. That was totally the best fight scene, right? Yeah, he's not going to be in this series anymore. For some reason, he gets a sad entry, while the others who literally disappeared after a video don't. Oh, very clearly, considering the music. Yeah, you're just gonna leave like most of the other characters in this series have done. Why does this need emphasis? The only reason it is receiving emphasis is because the actual user, L Game 2, Luigi Game 2, actually left this year, the year this was made, like I said. So, it was a sad leave because he was a good GSF and a good story writer, kind of, with his own series. His own GSFs were particularly well made and were well thought out, and his own story, despite being one of the basics, was actually pretty decent. So, considering the kinds of fans he would probably have received, it was sad to see him go. Therefore, tributes were made, and such. This was supposedly one of them. Though, in the case of Starman, with the fact that there's been like 15 billion characters that have vanished off the face of his Earth and his characters, it's not really a surprise to see another character leave the world. No, you won't, because you'll forget about him anyway. You'll just get new people. That's what you've always done and what you're going to continue to do. Because we're just going to keep getting new people to replace the old ones every single time with no explanation, except they're the exact same people. With maybe one or two different quirks about them. It's the last video he made, the part 13 that ended off his series that he released before he left. This is supposedly to happen before that. Yeah, even though all of the doppelgangers were supposedly killed. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, like I said, this was supposed to link to his series, which was called The Return of Iggyel. Not his doppel. Iggyel, the doppelganger of Luigi, specifically Luigi. So yes, his explanations 2 parts ago about how they were supposedly all killed were completely fake because they weren't all killed. They were all teleported. Repeating recordings again. After watching all of these videos, you don't seem to care when another character leaves because they've all just left. They haven't even said anything. They haven't even had an elaborate scene like this. They've just left and no one's even acknowledged them. Meanwhile, with that character that we forgot 2 parts ago, Yeah, this is his scene. You can tell by the video quality, since it's smaller, that it's his video. And he bothered to insert rain whilst nobody else did. Yeah, if you can't really tell, that's supposedly not Blooperland. Yeah, you're gonna see it later this part, or in the next part, or, you know, half part. But he makes these fight scenes too. Remember what I said, that they're all gonna start revealing themselves? Yeah, this is the first. Nah, he teleported back to Dimension X. As they like to call quote-unquote hell. So remember when they said they were all killed? Yeah, that makes sense now, right? You're noticing the plot holes. Our counterpart, but shouldn't that be inclusive to Dimension X? So who would be their counterpart? Isn't that just him? This isn't Starman script, it's MM, so this makes it even more confusing. Buffering. Yeah, this very specific scene was definitely made by him. This video's transcended quality like 3 different times. You really couldn't have kept it to one person, could you? Also, at the time of this recording, he left too. Much later though. Way after this finished. Now compare this to the Mario fight before. This is totally more entertaining to watch, isn't it? Even if he's just defeating clones. Even though it's kind of annoying because he's transcending the barriers of his own thing, it's better than the barrier-infused ones of Mario games, lasers, I guess you'll call them. You never really explain what they're called. They're just called balls of energy. And he's gonna die. long dramatic sequence. We're never really told how many there are, so we're just gonna keep fighting until the padding out finally ensues at part 9, 10-ish. Yeah, it's gonna happen again. Secret world, quote unquote, which we've never actually seen, by the way. And for some reason, he already knows who it is, even though he just laughed in his face. Or at his back, really. Why are you questioning it? You said no, it can't be before. Wait a minute! This guy forgets his script lines all the time! Yeah, they're all gonna start revealing themselves simply because Starman did already. So, these suits are hot, let's take them off. Oh look, he's got no shoes, guys! These guys clearly aren't told about the whole blooper stopper thing, even though, you know, they were literally told a couple of parts ago, and they all should have the same knowledge, by the way, because that's how the people in the series work. Oh wait, never mind, that's not consistent either. That they were all, that they teleported away into Dimension X, and then they all came out and then started having a war again. Oh look, we can edit again. Haha, see what I did there? We're gonna start mentioning the he saved the fourth dimension thing a lot. Get used to it, it's gonna happen. You can tell when this happened, considering that half the video didn't exactly reference this until the other half then came into play. Oh, we're not gonna fight now! Things happened. Yeah! Remember that video that he really... Yeah, that was kind of a thing. If they go into the cave here, I'll then mention what I was originally meaning to say about this specific portion. Yeah, because he definitely has it in comparison to everyone else who literally has practically nothing in comparison. So elaborate. A backflip and a white light. We're not gonna tell you! No one can know, no one must know that I have terrible explaining skills at everything I do. Okay, I think I'm gonna mention it now. Okay, this was a specific remember what I said in Starman and the Skit 8 about Captain's script being rejected when he made when they were making Slurpee Rush on Starman and the Skit 8? Yeah. This was the second thing to be rejected. Or, if not rejected, entirely changed. Essentially, Captain made a very specific script for this point. The specific script still involved Mr. Star and him, but it was a completely separate script. I have no idea what exactly it was, but the change here is that Starman portrays Captain as childish and idiotic to the point where he reveals their location, whereas Captain's script they still found them, but in an entirely different manner, and the script was way more elaborate. It definitely explained way more things than the 1 minute we're gonna get here where Captain acts like an idiot, where that's actually not in his personality, and Starman screwed him up purposely to make him look like an idiot in front of everyone watching. Killed almost all of my troops. Meanwhile, you keep bringing in more for some reason. I'm just gonna hunt him down specifically and maybe not notice anyone else along the way. Why is he asking this question? Didn't they all come in at exactly the same time? How are they just bringing them in from Dimension X now? Can they just randomly open a portal from there to there now whenever they want? That's broken. And they'll end the bloopers by literally just destroying the castle and them, not actually the blooper people themselves. The only remnant of the original plot that ever existed. And maybe nobody else. Yeah, Captain panics here. In the original script that Captain created, which was completely rejected and changed, he did not do this. And Starman did this. Why? Because he wanted to make Captain look like a fool and an idiot in front of everyone watching, and to give himself more, you know, praise and all that wonderful stuff. Because I think I remember a specific portion where something happened to Starman in the script as well. Something, it might have happened, I don't remember the script, because when Captain told me about this, it was 3 years ago, at the time of this recording. So, I think something might have happened to Starman3 in the script as well. And guess what? Starman doesn't like things happening to himself, so he puts the blame of all of the bad things on everyone else. Why? Because they're not him, and he wants to put himself as the highest angel and authority figure in the entire world. In this whole story and universe, he's basically the center of the universe. You touch him, the whole world's dead. That's totally not anything like you said before, too. Because remember how he was so... Remember that part where he literally egged them to come on out? Yeah, that's a complete change. Your cover, which you're the one who did that. You're the one who gave him his second rejection point towards you. And even though they're not exactly looking around in panic, they've somehow done this anyway. Repeating recordings! Because we're lazy! And he literally changed in like the last second. Oh, I'm sorry, I hate you again. I'm an angel, I'm sorry. You blew my cover, you're an idiot. I can't like you anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, what was your plan about going away and hiding, Captain? Created another one, didn't you say he came from Dimension X and all that, and... How can he just create life? Which one script do you think would have been better? A preteen script? Or some guy who's an adult who's been doing this for years yet still doesn't know how to make characters consistent or characters, you know, actually legitimately likable.
Don't worry, fans and subscribers. Stay tuned for 8.5. But let me tell you something about that.
I'm gonna put myself as the highest authority figure in it!
for extra fight scenes and give you more time for the green screen fighters.
So he rushed it, essentially.
So, don't worry, you still have your time, green screen fighter. See ya!
This isn't rushing at all. Ah ha 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 ha. It's not here. I'll say it. I'll say what I meant to say next part. Anyway, see you all. Have a good day. Peace, and I'll see you in Blooper 48 part 8.5. The beginning of the end, part 1, where yeah, we really couldn't split this into part 8 at all. It was 17 minutes long. I guess he needed to do it. What's with the extra seconds? You don't need this!